Hey, you traders, I'm sure y'all have heard the news about Bitcoin Cash SV being delisted. I'm sure all the people out there that are producing content are doing the news on it. Why don't we just do the charts on it? First off, just looking at Bitcoin Cash, the US dollar. All right, looks like we're range bound. We're range bound in the middle of no man's land. Okay, this is in the middle of a gap where the hard fork occurred. All right, remember back here, September, October 30th, and then the hard fork, November 15th. Just huge gap down. And we had since broken the downsloping resistance, and that was signifying momentum shifts. And look what happened, the manifestation of the momentum shift. Wow. I'm just talking about you can have a channel here. The way we had it was a channel, all right, where you break these two downsloping, well, it's one downsloping trend line, two anchor points that make it. So once you broke that, that's the momentum shift. Okay, a lot of people take entries on Momo shifts like that. Okay, so, but anyway, now we are range bound. Okay, thought we had a triangle, you know, two upsloping trend line and downsloping trend line converging to an apex. Got to the end of the apex, dumped, but then found some support from April 3rd. I guess really, it's like weird. Probably was some sort of fib node, but anyway, you can clearly see on this news. Bitcoin Cash US dollar had a nice green bullish engulfing candle, and now just as fast as we created that bullish engulfing candle, we were getting rejected at higher prices. Oh my god. And selling off, maybe possibly closing and reversing at this critical resistance. Wow, man. Great timing. Anyway, so that's it for Bitcoin Cash. Lower risk areas for a long is 259, and then obviously the high risk areas are 329. These are the low risk short entries. If one's just trading a range, very simple. Low risk for longs, low risk for shorts. If one was shorting, they'd be closing their position near the high risk area. If one was going long, they would close their position at the high risk area, right? They take their entry down here, their exit up here. Wow, easy enough. Okay, so here's Bitcoin Cash ABC to BTC. We had it as a descending triangle where you can see the 382, one of the fib nodes, was acting as that horizontal line resistance. You can see there before we broke it. We did not hit the measure move before we bullishly engulfed and broke to the upside. That probably had something to do with the bullish, a little bit of bullish divergence we were showing. And so, you know, with news coming out, wow, I mean, like, you know, your rival fork, whatever, you know, there you go, man. News can sometimes drive the markets. I'm really confused right now. Who's at my door? This is so unprecedented. I've never seen this before, and they're being quite. I don't know. I don't really care. Anyway, so wow. Bitcoin Cash to ABC, Bitcoin Cash ABC to BTC. His run up and it's hit a from high point to low point a 78.6% retrace. Okay, so that's at 63,727 sats. All right, nice positive momentum spike. We actually got overbought hitting this, and that's probably why we're selling off a little bit. Very nice to see this type of price action with Bitcoin selling off so much. I mean, we're down to 5,041, down almost 2.5% on the day on Bitcoin, and a lot of the other pairs like Litecoin got wrecked too. So that's it, man. 100%. If this is a bump and run, standard stuff, 100% retrace. Your first target, April 3rd, that's 67,175, and then your second target of bump and runs, which you could definitely call this a bump and run, or if you wanted maybe a wedge, second target from the high point to low point would put you at 71,561. Right, that's the 1272. That's how we do bump and runs. Okay, any type of Momo shift. All right, but again, people could argue that whatever. There you go. Was it a wedge? Yeah, sure. It could have been a wedge. And if that was the case, you've already exceeded your targets. And if you talk about a wedge, then you could just do the measure principle. Okay, from the widest areas of that wedge, potential wedge, whatever. Don't know if we had the touch points to make it really that valid, but from the breakout, the measure moves, wow, right at the target of the bump and run, if it was to get there. All right, that's it. So easy enough. Bitcoin Cash. ABC. This was the one that looked like the entire chart was a huge ascending triangle where you had this sell wall, okay, and then you made higher lows, and you obviously reversed your price action, was beautiful. Okay, I wonder if this is the cup with handle we're getting right now. What if this was the handle? Hey, anytime you have a higher right part of the cup, that's really bullish. Anytime it's lower, we hate that. And we see it all the time. People always ask, they're like, hey, with a cup with handle that made a lower high than the previous high, it's handling. Is that good? It's like, no, most of the time that's just you're going to sell off to lower prices. It's just bearish. It's like confirming the lower high. But here you have a higher high, and the area that was once a critical resistance has now become some sort of support. We saw the exact same type of price action on BNB to USDT. Great, bullish harami. And now we're back above it, a nice big green candle. All right, so this thing could be destined for higher prices, especially with the news of the rival SV getting wrecked, getting delisted from Binance. Changpeng Zhao is savage, man. All right, speaking of the loser. All right, no TA is going to save you on a delisting situation. None, okay? So, hey, man, we had a chance. Okay, this is like a trade setup. I mean, like, what do you want me to do? I'm sorry that dude can't keep his mouth shut and we dump. I mean, we hit the 236 down here, and that was signifying that we had a swing low in. And who knows, we could have come down and double bottom. Many things could have occurred, but as you can see now on BCHSV, the selling continues. Fibs are no longer relevant here the way we had them because that was the bottom. Okay, so harmonic, not really valid anymore. I was trying to fib this, man, or trying to, not fib, but we can fib it easy. I was trying to like figure out the anchor points for the channel we're in, and if you channel it from this high wick to this high, then you like broke out. You had broken out, and that was another reason for the harmonic being looking so promising. Now we just go from, let's see, from that high point to low point, so 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom. And you can see we're just bouncing off the heart line a little bit. You know, I know we could try this. I did try it, and it really wasn't that good. It didn't really help us that much. But you broke it. You back tested it, right? And that was like perfect. It had all the makings of being a potential trade setup for that harmonic. But dude, I'm sorry. Delisting, Bitcoin, dumping, all that. Here you are just back testing it still as a support. But you've lost a stupid amount of your value. We can also fib from a major low to the major high to see, was it 88.6%? Is that where we are right now? That's exactly where we are right now. We are at an 88.6% retrace from your all-time low to your all-time high. Wow. Oversold. Clearly, it's the most we've ever seen on this pair, on this chart. 15 right now. Hey, the divergence, it played out a little bit, right? But I'm sorry, man. Delisting. Different story. So, man, we looked at those 5 that got delisted that day. They all looked almost, they look very similar. Most of them were making all-time lows at the time because of the macro. So that's it. Looked at Bitcoin Cash, the US dollar itself. We looked at BCHABC, looking decent, looking well, and then BCHSV to BTC, and it looks terrible. It looks abysmal, and if you don't hold this, then look out below. You should be seeing 88.90 in time, but maybe we run up a little bit and, you know, hit the 20 again and then sell off, right? It takes time. It's a process. So if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Leave a comment in the description below. Sorry about the interruption with the doorbell ringing and all that. That's crazy. I'll see y'all today at 6 Eastern and 11 p.m. Eastern for my live streams. Till next time, respect the TA.